What is up, everybody? It's First here today, and we're gonna do a follow-up to the video I did yesterday about the gaming journalist talking about how Hi-Fi Rush was a failure, how the management was not happy with it. Apparently, Aaron Greenburg debunked that statement. He came out yesterday and debunked that statement that Jeff Grubb had made, which caused all this controversy about Hi-Fi Rush not being a success, Xbox being in a toilet, management is just not doing the job properly. The marketing is not well. All that whole crap storm that happened yesterday from this one guy's podcast and his statements. Eddie Greenberg had to debunk all that in one tweet right here. So he says, Hi-Fi Rush was a breakout hit for us and our players in all key measurements and expectations. We couldn't be happier with that team at Tango Gameworks delivered. With what the team at Tango Gameworks delivered with that surprise release. So they're ecstatic with how great Hi-Fi Rush was doing because of all accounts, like pretty much we was just hearing all positivity about Hi-Fi Rush. It was only until recently we heard this negativity like the game wasn't doing well. Sure, we had Sony fanboys saying it didn't do well because it didn't try to MPD, while the game they did clamor to try to MPD is no longer in existence. Their studio is no longer existent. They're definitely not getting a sequel for that first Pokemon game. So, they're happy they hit MPD, but that game is gonna be is gone now at this point. So, and it's just fascinating. He came out and made the statement. Then Jeff Grubb, he did the whole little backpedal right here. He pretty much took back his whole statement once Aaron Greenberg popped up and said, "Hey, what are you talking about here?" So this is his new statement about his previous statements he made on that podcast. I was just trying to say that I heard Hi-Fi Rush didn't make the money it was expected to make. But to be clear, I don't really know how Microsoft measures success, which pretty much really changed to, I don't really know anything at all at this point. You should just modify the sentence right there, that he's pretty much just pulling us out of his behind at this point. This was just a small passing statement in a larger conversation. It wasn't meant to make people worry about Hi-Fi Rush. You say that as when, let me play this audio once again. We won't make people worry about Hi-Fi Rush. Let me play this audio once again.
Management is happy with the state of Xbox right now.
I can tell you they are not. They just aren't.
They're upset. They're the ones who are upset.
So when you hear statements like that, that makes you think that, people should be worried about Hi-Fi Rush. But with this new statement, you say otherwise. So it's just fascinating. The backpedaling just going on. Then he keeps going on with the backpedaling. I shouldn't have said needed on the podcast. I don't know what is needed to do. The conversation that we were having was about generating revenue, and the game didn't hit that target. But no matter what, Hi-Fi Rush isn't a flop, and Tango's future is bright now. Wow, a complete 180 at this point. Saying it was a flop, it wasn't successful. People at Microsoft wasn't happy with Xbox because of that game. But now it says it isn't a flop, and the future is bright now. Man, it's like a whole different person now. Now that Aaron Greenberg popped up in there, it's like a whole different person talking about this. This is just hilarious. It's like, bro, these journalists are something else. These journalists are just hilarious. It's like, if it's not Sony fanboys, it's these journalists saying the most craziest things at this point, and then get shocked and got a backpedal when what they say just doesn't make any sense, and people that actually work at Xbox got to point this BS out. So it is just fascinating. They coming for you, Jeff. Rightfully so, because how is he completely backpedaling off this statement he made, which caused all this controversy? And you're just like, what had happened was, I was like, what do you mean what had happened? What did you say originally? Oh man, this is just hilarious. Sounds like Microsoft could have sued you, and now you backed off scared. I don't know what they got this guy shook for real. I don't know. They definitely got this guy shook because this statement is complete 180 at this point. It's so weird how fans can fixate over this stuff. A simple comment could turn into this back and forth that requires Microsoft to step in and clarify, because all the gaming media was taking his statements as Bible truth. Pretty much like Microsoft was really unhappy with Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush is not doing good. So they had to come out and say something. When you see all this controversy on the internet, they just had the bad controversy about Redfall. Now they got this random controversy about Hi-Fi Rush. They had to come in and stop that narrative being thrown out there. So I don't blame Xbox for stepping in. They had to at this point. It's like, this guy shouldn't make these crazy statements like this. How can you say that the game didn't need to hit a target when at the same time you say you have no idea what is needed? You either know both or don't know either. I think he doesn't know either, to be honest. The backpedal, LMFAO, what a clown. Yeah, he's definitely doing that backpedal right now. It didn't hit the sales target that you don't know. What the F? Yeah, that is kind of wild. Idiotic statement. Oh wow, so many triggered people. Then shocked that so many people were triggered by this statement. Yeah, they're just getting this guy in the comment section. Awkward. Bro, stop effing lying. STFU and take the L. Jeez. It's just fascinating. Hi-Fi Rush was the talked about game for the first part of 2023. We all loved it. Yeah, that's why it's kind of weird seeing all this negativity come out now, because the game was getting a lot of positive praise. So it's kind of weird seeing a negativity now, because why wasn't negativity there to begin with, but now it's just here now. So, oh man, this helps clears up a lot of the false information they are putting out there. Yeah. Hi-Fi Rush is a success, Pony, as he's slapping him across the face. Jeez. Aaron, once he spotted the newborn Xbox narrative, night, pretty much you can't tell what action he's doing there. But yeah, you pretty much have to shut that thing down quick before it gains traction. I have total faith in the steps Microsoft has taken and can't wait for Microsoft and its gamers to reap the benefits of all the steps and directions Microsoft has been taking. It's taking time, I know, but patience is key. Yeah, they got so many great games coming up in the future, so it's like, it's kind of sad that you get this people trying to like just put all this negativity out there that doesn't need to be there. It's like, and then once they put it out there, the Sony fanboys run with it, so now it's a whole big crap storm at the end of the day that doesn't even need to be there. A smear campaign, as this guy says in the next comment. The smear campaign against Xbox is getting ridiculous now. Enough is enough. Then this guy just says PR speak. So even when Xbox comes out and denounces that statement, they still don't believe it and say PR speak. Just unbelievable at this point. Never doubted it. Of course, Hi-Fi Rush was a huge success and did great on Game Pass. It's an amazing game. Yeah. Jeff L. Insider Grubb. Then once again, here you go getting damage controlling. So apparently they think that Aaron Greenburg is damage controlling. It's not the facts, even though we have multiple sources say the game is doing well for Tango Gameworks. Even Tango themselves said the game is doing great, but you know, apparently it's damage controlling according to these Sony fanboys. So it's just like, wow. So now they just don't believe an official Xbox executive at this point. So it's fascinating. They believe the journalist over the Xbox executive. That's interesting. But I'm going to conclude it right here. The conclusion is, don't believe these game journalists a lot of these times. They just be pulling stuff out there behind. And then we're confronted by the actual people who work at these companies. They backpedal. Because at least if you truly believe this statement that you thought you heard from somebody else, you at least stuck with that narrative. But now, since Aaron Greenburg jumped in, this dude started doing the backpedal. So, once again, these journalists are almost as bad as these Sony fanboys to an extent. So, definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.